Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's Season 9, Episode 6, and today we're back for another big game at the top. It's first place Burnley v 6th place Birmingham. They're trying to hold on to their playoff spot. We're trying to make sure we stay in this promotion race. It's starting to get a little bit tense. We've not been in bad form, but we've just dropped a few little points. And you can see the gap to Brentford in third is now down to 6. They've got 28 points out of their last 30 and haven't lost in the calendar year 2028. They've got 2 routine games coming up against Salford and an AFC Wimbledon at home. And if they win those, they could be on level terms if we don't stay in form. Thankfully for us, after this one, we go to Ipswich, who are struggling second bottom in the league, and then we're at home to Fulham, who have been relegation threatened as well. But aside from that, it's not looking great for us. We then go away to Swansea and Charlton, who are both in the top 6. Sure, going to be a difficult spell for us. And that Charlton game is followed by another reunion with Salford, the 2 clubs that we've managed at this level before. So before you're wondering, that will be the next episode, Charlton and Salford. But I'm hoping we can get on top in this promotion race. If we win today, all looks rosy. We're 9 points clear of third. We're 7 points clear of second. We're favourites for the title and we should be comfortably winning it. If we lose or we draw, it just starts to get a little hint of squeaky bum time about it. So hopefully we'll be able to come out on top. We have been efficient, if not scintillating, in the last couple of months, and we're trying to continue that form today. But firstly, before we go and get into any of that, a massive thank you to everyone who continues to follow the series. I really do appreciate your support, particularly over the last season or so, where we've had our live streams for the first ever time for the summer transfer windows, and then lots of exciting moments, a job change from Salford to Burnley, and a new director of football who's causing shockwaves in the transfer window. He did it again last episode, so make sure you're up to date with that one. I'll put a link to the season so far in the eye above, as well as that summer transfer special live stream. Make sure you're up to date so you know all the new faces today as we go into this big game against Birmingham. If you haven't already and you want to stay up to date as we push for promotion this season, please do subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. You'll get alerts as daily episodes release on the channel from this story, my Dorking Wanderers save, in which we've got a massive week this week. End of season review yesterday, transfer special tomorrow, and the big one on Friday. Premier League debut in our One Club story. So please do make sure you pick up that story this week. It's the perfect time to come and join along. Then on Sunday we continued our 2 news stories, our FM20 network career and our real football talk about football stadiums in England as well. So please do come and give your feedback to those. I really do appreciate your support with the new content. And if you're looking forward to this battle of the top teams, please put a thumbs up on the video. I really do appreciate it and I can't thank you enough for your support. But let's go and have a look at what's been happening here. We've had a busy February and to be honest, it's gone pretty well. We lost the first one at Reading, which is where the points have been clawed back. Herbie Kane scored possibly the best goal I've ever seen. And Ross Barkley scored from one of the worst errors I've ever seen. Summerskill at fault, getting caught, judged between his line, sort of stuck in no man's land, halfway between the line and coming for the ball. Ross Barkley tapped into the empty net, the experienced midfielder making it 2, and Reading very much staying in that promotion hunt. They're 11th place, but only 9 points off, and there's still a long way to go in this season yet. In terms of the rest of the month, we haven't conceded a goal. We've been back in the best form. 2-0 against Rotherham. Early goals from Simpson and Villalba wrapped it up. 3-0 at Cardiff. Edmonds, Balogun and Leon Lowry, the youngster off the bench with the goals. At home to Luton, my beloved team. It was Villalba with a brace and Jamie Higgins with a pen. A 0-0 draw at Southampton. We dominated, we played really well, we defended solidly. And to be honest, against the top 6 team, that's a really good result. And then at home to Wigan. We had a new hero and one from right back at the start of the season. It was Jack Vaughan. Sunday Balogun missed a pen. We missed hundreds of chances. And then Jack Vaughan on that left wing cuts in and scores from the edge with 3 minutes to go. The hero again, improving again. Looks like the injuries are past him. And another one of the youngsters to the rescue. So that is where we stand coming into today's game. It's a big one against Birmingham. We're still missing Cobalt, of course. They've got one player out as well. And we've got a few just coming back from knocks. So the new January signing on the right wing, he's not going to make it, I'm afraid. Though he has played in a couple of games already. So it's pretty much as you were for this season. A big game on telly, a 5:30 kickoff. Let's see and make sure we don't buckle under the pressure. Everything else looking good off the pitch. The dynamic's good. We've got that exciting youth intake to look forward to as well, don't forget. We looked at it briefly before, an excellent group of players coming through, and there's some in the under-21s that are improving again. Not got the biggest potential, but look at these improvements. And here's the one I've got to mention. Ashley Harrott, you may remember we signed him in the live stream in the summer from Sheffield United at 16. He's now a professional personality, and look at the way he's improving. At 17, he looks a superstar, and next season we'll probably get him involved in the first team squad. But we're just a bit too tense for this one, so we're going to go and get into it. It is Burnley v Birmingham, and it is a massive game at Turf Moor. Everyone else has played already. We've seen Watford win 4-0, Charlton win 5-0, Brentford 3-0. They've all made it look easy. Southampton 2-0 at Luton. Lots of good results across the board. And we've got to make it count here as well. So let's go and get into it. We're heavy favourites. One injury apiece for the two sides, and a couple of players returning to fitness. The January signing Torres not quite made it for this one. Damari Gray dropped out the squad. He's not been in good form. He's been a real disappointment actually. But the 11 we've gone for is Summerskill in goal. Furlong, Wardley, Palmer, Brown and Simpson the back four. Apart from Furlong, they've all played in that long run without conceding. Higgins on the right wing, Edmonds on the left, Monchu and Garcia in the middle. Orellana just back from an injury. He's on the bench again today too. And then Valauba in the number 10 role behind Balogun up front, who's not been in the best of form recently. When was his last goal? Was it 4 games ago? So we'll go and do our usual trick. We'll warn the player. We'll criticise his recent form, and he's not been scoring enough. Who's going to bet on him scoring today? Into the game we go. It's Burnley v Birmingham, and we need a big performance from someone. 4-4-2. Birmingham coming to attack by the looks of things. Lots of regens, a young side. Pert Harris in the middle is a name I recognise, as is Kean Bryan, the centre half. Is there anyone else here I know? I don't think so. There's not many names I recognise there. But we're going with our usual formation. We've got youngsters on the bench, the likes of Bonner, Vaughan and Lowry. We've seen Vaughan and Lowry scoring recently. And with Furlong just coming back to fitness, we've got to have that security of a right back. So we're going to get the lads motivated. We asked them to keep the run going. And into the first half we go. And it's the moment of truth in this title race. 10 minutes on the clock. Birmingham have the goal kick, and they've actually had more of the stats so far, despite not seeing a highlight. They've flicked on the goal kick, and Constable's in here. 1-on-1, it's a great save, Summerskill. Might have made that mistake against Reading a month or so ago, but he has kept us at 0-0 there, and Birmingham dominating early on by the look of the stats. The only highlight we've seen was for them as well, and it was all a bit too easy down that left-hand side of ours. And with half an hour gone, it has petered down, but we have not looked a threat at all yet. As I say that though, we're back with the ball in the middle. Monchu keeping it for Wardley. Don't lose it there. He finds Monchu again. Into Edmonds. Lovely flick. Cleared away long, but Wardley's there to recycle it. Finds Monchu. Great switch. Higgins in the box at the byline. Crosses in. Balogun there. Oh, I thought that was the moment. We've gone and told him we're unhappy at him not scoring. And normally they score the next game. But Birmingham have a dangerous free kick here. Walmsley takes... Oh, I thought it was in. It is the second time. I don't know how that quite happened. It was deflected out to the man on the right. It looks like he tried to shoot, but then Kartsev slid in and got the goal. So 1-0 Birmingham either way. I mean, I don't really care how it's gone in. We've been awful this half. Birmingham lead, and this title race could get a bit tense if we keep playing like this. Probably the worst performance I've seen in a long time. And he's taking the pattern of that Reading game. And it's been like this all season. You remember the 5-1 at Forest, the 4-3 away at Birmingham. The 2-0 at Reading, this one as well. We've just thrown in the odd really weird, uncharacteristic performance. So we're going to ask the lads where the passion is. We're going to get back into it. And we'll give them 10 more minutes before we start hooking them off. Sunday Balogun with a corner. Chance to get back. Oh, there you go. Rob Simpson, 7 for the season. The centre-half has been such a threat from set pieces. His jumping reach is excellent. And his determination has got him there. And despite being outplayed largely by our visitors, we do lead going into the last half an hour. I'm going to go positive. We're chasing a victory here. We're going to try and play through the middle because they're playing 4-4-2. Hopefully we can outnumber them in there. And we're going to try and run at them a bit more as well. I don't know what else we can do. Play to the fullbacks, try and give ourselves a few extra dimensions. But aside from that, it's just been a really tough day for us. An hour gone, it's 1-1 now. And at least we keep the unbeaten run going. So let's try and make sure that happens. Although Birmingham have a free kick, Furlong heads away, and now Wardley can spring the counter to left back. Long ball forward, Balogun brings it down. Has been absolutely non-existent so far, but that corner's giving him confidence, and he creates his own chance yet again. He does it so well, but this one he's dragged comfortably wide. 20 minutes left and we've got to think about changes. Manu Garcia's not had the best game. Orellana will come on for him. Who else can we bring off? Normal circumstances would tell me bring on experience, but Vaughan and Lowry have been the heroes the last 2 games. So if we give it 5 more, they could be the men that come on. Let's just wait and see how this pans out. We're into the last 15 minutes and I don't think we've got a choice now. Jack Vaughan is going to come on and he's going to come on for who? Edmonds, Villalba or Balogun. They're the 3 that we've got to choose from. None of them can play as a number 10, so I don't feel like I can take that person off. Edmonds is going to be replaced by Vaughan. That's where he scored from last time, so let's get him there, inside forward on support. Balogun, not scored in 4. Leon Lowry on up front. He scored in his last appearance. They're the changes made. But before we do that, we're going to have a new corner taker because Balogun's just been taken off. And then suddenly we don't see the corner. Or is this it? Higgins delivers, in swinger, headed down, it's all over the place. Lowry slides in. Oh, he didn't get anything on it. He slid in, it was just an empty net to part it into. But no one got on the end of it, and the slide tackle goes straight into the keeper's arms. The long clearance finds Furlong, and he just calms it down, straight back to Summerskill in goal. But what a weird highlight that was. Palmer Brown out to Wardley, the left back. He's got Vaughan down the line, but cuts inside again, and we're just in no rush to get forward here. Monchu with the ball forward. Lowry holds it up. The young striker, keeping it well, finds Higgins with a lovely pass into the box. There's 3 back. Villalba's 1. Blocked to Monchu. There you go, Monchu. What a player. Remember last January, we were slating the director of football for paying 10 million. Oh, Monchu might have just taken us to the Premier League. And we regret everything we said. But hang on, it's Birmingham now. Summerskill comes and claims. Brilliant work. I've elbowed the wardrobe. It's all going wrong. The excitement is hitting us. As it stands, we are going to be favourites for the title. Summerskill throws out to Orellana. And can we just wrap this game up and have a comfortable ending? Higgins on the right. Back to Furlong. Into Villalba. No real pressure going forward, but this is nice football. Monchu switches to Higgins. Back to the byline, into Lowry. There you go. Job done. And Leon Lowry was the right change. Off the bench, the young striker scored again. And he has been absolutely remarkable. I'm actually getting to the stage where I might not be that worried if Balogun goes. That's how good Lowry is. But Kartsev into the box. Arby's there. Simpson clears long. Furlong with a crucial intervention. Lowry flicks it on, but he can't get on the end of it. It's a little bit isolated up there. But Higgins has nicked the ball to the left back. Lowry's chasing him to try and get up. But Higgins may go alone here. 1-on-1, it's straight at the keeper. Probably a bit greedy, but did he really have support up with him? But you've got to be fair. This second half performance has been exceptional. For as bad as we were, as flat as we were in the first half, we have been top class in the second and deservedly win. It's Burnley 3, Birmingham City 1, and it is the story of champions again in this performance. A bullet header from a set piece where we've been so threatening all year. A great strike from an on-to rushing midfielder like Monchu, and then Leon Lowry, the youngsters, contributing as well. What a fantastic second half that was. So we're really pleased with the lads. They're delighted with that. And that should send us 9 points clear of Brentford again. It does. It sends us 7 clear of Watford. Let's have a look at who we've all got next weekend. That's going to be crucial too. We are away to Ipswich in 23rd. We know that. Watford have got the bottom team Rotherham at home. And Salford have got Brentford, of course. So our former club needing to do us a favour there. Charlton have got Forest. How far behind are Charlton? Probably too far in truth. With 9 games to go. Maybe Watford or Brentford, but certainly too far to catch us. Summerskill top of the clean sheet chart. Balogun still miles clear in the goal scoring charts despite his barren run now. And Higgins with that game back to the top of the assist chart. It is all looking very rosy at the moment. So let's go and see what the media said about the game. Villalba gets one over his former club. And we recovered after that awful performance against them last time. And we weren't much better in the first half of that one, to be honest. There are some concerns, I've got to be honest. Good to see Dimitri doing well on loan, and Leon Lowry is going to become one of the best strikers in the world. He will be an England international, mark my words. And if we get to a top club in the future, I'll be hoping that director of football signs him. Jamie Higgins really pleased. Just needed that. He got dropped for a game for the new right back. It was Torres, wasn't it, who came in? New right winger, in Torres. And since then, he's been absolutely brilliant. It's just like he knew he was going to be replaced. And you can see the last 4 games he's played. 3-0 against Burnley, on in the 14th minute for the injury, 2 assists to win us the match. A goal against Luton, no goal or assist, but loads of key performances against Wigan. and in a 3-1 victory at home to Birmingham, he gets the assist and goes back to the top of the chart. We're 6 unbeaten again. Unfortunately, it probably means one of those performances isn't far around the corner. They seem to have cropped up every sort of 8 or 9 games. And my concern is the next episode is in 3 games' time. We've got Charlton and Salford, our 2 former clubs, the 2 sides we've managed at this level before, one that sacked us and one we left to come here. So please don't let it be one of them where we produce that performance. We've got a tough game away at Swansea before that as well, and hopefully we'll be close to promotion when we come back. Otherwise, it might go down to the final 2 games. And I mean, we've got Brentford away. We know how well they've done and how crucial that could be. And we've got Brighton at home, who aren't having the best season, but we saw in January have got the biggest budget in the league. So there are plenty of things to ponder, and it certainly isn't done yet. But we've put ourselves in prime position with that brilliant comeback today. So if you did enjoy the episode and a brilliant second half performance against Birmingham, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Leon Lowry a hero again, as he's been a few times this year, and he's starting to look like the proper complete forward. Balogun struggling, a slight cause for concern. Is he maybe thinking about engineering a move? Is he down in tools, or am I putting too much into it? Maybe he's just having a little bad run. It does happen to the best of them. But you've got to think outside the box. He's wanted. We've traditionally been a selling club, and you can't see a scenario in which he stays this summer, unfortunately. But we'll cross our fingers and we'll leave that to Neil Dewsnip. He's never done us wrong before. We should have Torres back by the time we come next month as well, the new right winger, the big January signing. So there's plenty of positives going into this title race as well. But let me know in the comments what you think we should do, if there's anything we should do tactically to shore us up a bit. I know we hadn't conceded before that game, but you saw where the gaps were at stages. Can we get Balogun scoring again? Do we need to bed more of the youngsters in and take the hit on the promotion? Or do we just need to try and get the job done as quick as possible? We'll be back for the 2 games against Charlton and Salford, the 2 former clubs that caused us pain earlier on in this series. So if you don't want to miss that, subscribe down below and turn them notifications on. You'll get daily alerts as new episodes release on the channel. At 4:30 every day we've got FM20 content until Sunday, where we have our stadium review series. We're filling the void of no football by talking about the grounds we visited, and I've really appreciated your support so far, so please do come and give it a try if you haven't already. There's also a bonus network career from FM20. That's on Sundays at midday at the moment. 2 non-league clubs going head to head, 2 different managers, a guest co-host on the channel, and one of us is going to miss out on that title spot. Possibly both the way we're going. So come and check out our progress in that one. Please do subscribe. Please do like the video. Your support is so greatly appreciated. And I hope to see you next time for those 2 massive games as we come up against our former clubs from this level.